Welcome to a very, very exciting morning here at Juma, everyone. We started off looking for hyena, or rather some of the tracks from last night, found hyena tracks. We've just heard an incredible commotion. This hyena has been in a bit of a fight with a pack of wild dogs. And I'm going to leave there for now. I want to catch up with the wild dog. They're not far. They actually were making their way towards the den, the hyena den. One of the dogs, two dogs still here. One, quite an old floppy-eared dog. Really locked with vegetation. We've got a dog straight through there. Welcome to Juma. I know this is a different start to our average start, but we very seldom get the chance to have okay, we got to get to the try and get around up to that. I don't think so. I think this is just a hyena wild dog altercation. Sorry, Andrew, but try and get around trees, go any which way I can. We're running at about 4 o'clock. Yeah. Welcome to our morning drive. I'm trying to keep up with what's going on, but stay with us. We are live at Juma Game Reserve with quite a commotion. I've got to think ahead where I'm going to try and see the gaps before I get to them. With a pack of wild dogs that are around a hyena den, very close to a hyena den here on Juma Game Reserve, and there are just animals running all over the place. Trying to get to see at least one of the individuals if I can. Be quiet to try and hear them. From coming? Is that where you know? So you could hear the music from there? Okay, copy. Did you see them cross the road? We're already crossed out of Juma. Trying to get oh, sorry. and Gala were left on Yala Road South last night. Okay. The problem with an intense encounter like this is that it happens fast and it gets taken over a variety of places. The Hyena den is just off to my south to the right of me, and we're just going to have to try and find something on the roads. It might have. So, my name is Mark, by the way. Andrew's clinging on at the back there with the bumps that we've been going through on camera. Nikki's back in final control. I don't know, hopefully we're going to be able to find something, but to recap, there is a commotion between a pack of wild dogs, and it seems to be quite a large pack. I don't believe I've seen this pack. I might have. But there was one dog, very distinct dog, with very floppy ears, which is unusual, because wild dogs, their ears don't flop over. Their ears are always erect. Looked like the one that was running back. Yeah, it looked like it. They'd be able to defend themselves better in the den, because then it's just faces that are sticking out with very, very strong jaws. One vehicle was saying they were heading south already. The original plan was to go and have a look and see where the 2 male lion went, but I guess that's what happens when one plans things. He wants to know if the wild dog would kill the hyena cubs. Yes, they would. They would kill the hyena adult if they could. They were attacking her quite severely. I didn't see them attack her. I just saw her in a bush with her rump on the ground, sticking her head out. It was also probably her only defense, I think, if it was a female. She looked big and round like a female. Hard to tell hyena's sex. Alright, let's go back towards the dam. I guess we might end up doing loops, and we will go to the hyena den and have a look. Although with this commotion, they probably got those cubs deep in the den, and anytime soon. Beautiful morning, very crisp, very cool. We had a little splash of rain yesterday, which has made it quite damp, and so there's some very fresh smells this morning rather than the dust that we've experienced the last couple of weeks. We are heading into our dry season at the moment. Well underway. Very still here. Treehouse Dam, and let's keep moving. So, they have been found parallel to us. Oops, bumping. So they've left the hyena alone. They've just been picked up on the main road, which is just south of us. And we'll head around to try and catch up with them. Yo, Mark, yeah, I'm at Treehouse Dam. I'm going to make my way around to Gary, Main. Whenever two different predators encounter each other, there is always a chance of conflict. Very often, when they would rather not have a confrontation because of the risk of injury, but there is always the numbers game. If there's more of one and less of the other, then there's likely to be, because of the odds, and yes, they can count to some degree, that if there's a chance to eliminate your competition, then you do so. So if it's numbers or a strength game, then sadly things can escalate very quickly, but they can also subside just as fast. So far, from what I'm hearing, there are 9 dogs. Let's try Spud Road. How far west are those Madats on Gary, Main? Okay, copy. They might already have come past Spum Road. It does become emotional, especially since we know these hyena, and we know that there are youngsters at the den, and we have become attached to them. And the emotional issue is charged further by the fact that wild dogs are an endangered species, and anything they do and can do to survive is, well, it's just in their favor. I would imagine that the hyena defended the den pretty well, because it didn't seem that the dogs paid any attention to the den. It seems they mostly cornered one individual.
Do you think they would eat the hyena?
I don't know. Interesting. Strangely enough, there have been a couple of photographs recently of lion killing hyena. There was one, I think, from Lion Sands, if I'm not mistaken. I've got something ticking in the engine now. And now, then there was also, I think, a picture of a lion killing a hyena on one of the cams. I know Chris monitors that cam, I think. Chris the Rogue. people mentioning on Twitter, I can't believe how quickly they disappear. Well, I mean, look, if this guy who was on the radio is correct, they're so far west of us already while we've been driving around that area. I see tracks on the road now. They're extremely fast, these dogs. Looks like they might be static. They've stopped because I see his vehicle has stopped. Station with my Dutch, can I join you? Thank you. And they are moving again by the looks of things. If they carry on west, at least we'll be able to follow them down onto Arathusa. Now we'll get a better picture of who this pack is. Yeah, there you go, heading west. Any Arathusa stations copy? Morning, I've got a Columbia my Dutch heading towards Triple M Gary main corner. This is the there's the floppy-eared older dog up front. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's trying to bite the tire. Come, puppy dog. Oh, it's half-tail. That's who it is. So this is the half-tail pack.
Right out there.
Okay, my Dutch are now heading up Triple M. Okay, copied. There are 3 vehicles in the sighting at the moment. Looks like it's got a little bit of a... Our station's my Dutch on Triple M heading north. Looks like they might be turning back into Juma. At the moment, this is on Arathusa channel. They're rolling in something. It could be the Vernonia that they're rolling in. It could be that's what they're smelling. Unless there is some buffalo dung or some dung. Something's hissing. I'm seeing about 12 of them now. This pack that's known as half-tail. Okay, just watch it with the vehicles in frame. I know it's difficult to fit. killed recently. And I think that, folks, is going to be the last we see of them for now. Morning, come in. Okay, I'll just be a couple of more minutes and I'll give you a gap. Okay, we are now on Arathusa, and so there are going to be a number of lodges and safari vehicles that would like to view the dogs. Now you see, wild dogs are very, very special because being a somewhat endangered species, well, not somewhat, they are threatened, they are endangered. They're on the IUCN list, the red data. But a beautiful opportunity to be able to follow a pack of dogs for a little while with this beautiful light. Not get too far ahead of the dogs. And I'm also going to have to allow the vehicle behind me a little bit of a chance. Okay, seems to be they're probably going to get to Arathusa waterhole, so I'd advise people to keep an eye open for that. Hold on a sec. Mark, your go. Breaking up. Can someone relay? It would appear that a lot of vehicles went, well, the vehicles out this morning. Just let me know when first standby is ready to come in. I'll pull out. Now, for those of you who are new to what we do here, we have a very limited ground that we can cover. We're broadcasting live. We're now on property known as Arathusa Safari, and we've crossed probably about a quarter of Djuma, quarter of Gari on the way here. And very soon these dogs are going to actually be on the other side of this property when we're going to have to leave them be if we're not going to move along before then, because other vehicles will be coming to view them. But one of the reasons why we don't get to see them as often as we would like to see them is because of this kind of behavior. I had a look at the way that one dog was defecating earlier, and it was very dark and very runny, which means very high blood content meal very recently. And that tells me that they must have maybe sometime during the night or very early this morning must have maybe made a kill.
they rubbing the dung to mask their smell?
Yeah. Or just to smell like everything else.
Yeah.
Looking at something. Come on, child. Off you go. You're lagging behind. Old character. That's seem to be heading straight towards through this dam. Oh, suddenly picked up speed again. Probably now coming into the front dogs are probably coming into the open area. They're so spread out and they're really on the trot now. Just the two older individuals here at the back. See Halftail up front with his floppy ears. Looks like the packs are onto something now because these two older dogs hanging back like this. And yeah, they come back again. They must have gone after something. Everyone's listening. And he had Kuru barking. Very good chance that there's a leopard around here somewhere. They're coming back again. Schön. Hey, you said good and you, bud.
Man, good.
Chaos. Morning.
I was hoping they were going to cause some rain. Yeah, cause some thing at Brazilian.
Well, they did cause us something.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they went in and came out again. Good luck. Alright, thanks guys, thanks for letting me stay and enjoy the sighting. Okay, go. Question from Blair in New Zealand, wanting to know if Halftail is the alpha male of the pack. I don't know, I would think so maybe. I don't really know this pack. We've seen them a couple of times. The problem is I don't get to see much more than this kind of behavior. We did have them one day when it was raining. We had them sort of in the really northwestern corner of northeastern, northeastern, I guess. Whereas we had them up on Gowrie and they were all curled up and they eventually went deep into the bush because the rain was coming and then we had to leave because of the rain. So we didn't get to see much of the interaction between them. I'm guessing, since he's probably the oldest male of the lot, I'm guessing that maybe he is dominant male. Seems to be the oldest. Oh shit.
We got it.
Problems there.
Pollution there, man.
Everything made in a motion.
Everything made in a yard.
Yeah.
But there's some fun.
Well, what I think. I think Cedric's going in.
Yeah, I'm going to join him.
Cool. Bye. The way it works with dogs is you do only have one alpha pair, the alpha male, the alpha female. Here they are now. Still happen to still with them. Who was with Madash? I just got some of the pack here, but I'm not seeing any of your movement. Down towards the pump house, I think. Affirmative. Confirmed. It seems that maybe they must have turned around on these guys. Thanks. And Madash are now heading towards the dam, same spot where it's the breakaway was this 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Going to drink much. There are dogs everywhere. I want to try and get to the water. Sorry, little one. I sort of get ahead of them. They're right here where the Salalas were the other day, the breakaway prize. Most of the dogs heading down into the open, same place where we saw the lion. I wonder, they're probably smelling the remains, since they are such perfect olfactory creatures. They know how to do things with their noses. So they can probably smell. You see, lion, they made a kill here. There would be a lot of lion dung around as well. So there's caution on the part of the dogs. Very lucky that they must have turned around, and the vehicles that were with them must have carried on heading in the direction that they were heading, not knowing that they must have turned around and gone off in a different direction. Quite wary, because there's clearly scent and smells of the lion that were here. They've been trotting for quite a while now, so no doubt they are thirsty. All right, we've got to go, I'm afraid. We are not supposed to be here. Okay, I'm out. Okay, I'm out. Sorry, guys. It officially left the sighting, and unfortunately, we had left the sighting, but then we found them again. So I just had to wait until... I know, it is a really beautiful sight. I'm hoping that maybe you'll be able to see them from the camera. But I guess I can get by in the fourth vehicle here, keeping an eye on it for the other guys to get here. I know it's sad. We've had a very, very good time with them. And a very long time with them. It's sad that they're now in this most beautiful of places, drinking water, great camera opportunities. But these are the rules that we all have to follow, so that we don't stress the animals out too much. And excuse me, I'll just talk to... Sorry, Nikki, go ahead. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not getting you at all. I'll wait until I'm up on towards the airstrip, and then maybe we'll get better reception there. Sure. Let's go and see the airstrip.
gladdest month ever. Alright, we get this party started. Hey, welcome to the day. Bacon and everything. Wow, very banana.